What's up everyone, Jeeper Gary here. Sorry about the delay in content lately. There's a delay in the parts delivery because you know everything's going on right now. Today we're going to be installing the cold air intake by S&B Filters. So it's going to replace my stock puny air intake, and then we'll replace it with this beefy air intake. It'll allow for more horsepower and hopefully better gas mileage. That's what I'm really banking on. It probably make it sound really good too. So let's get started. So first thing first, obviously, is to remove the stock intake, which shouldn't take long. I did not charge my camera before this, I'm just realizing. Oops. Just move that out of the way. So you're going to want to keep your stock intake just in case for some reason you have to put it back on. If you live in one of those states where they require your emissions to be checked. But luckily where I live now, they don't require that. I've had this K&N in here for a few years. I'm not sure when the camera died, but we just removed the box. Now we're just going to start installing the cold air intake. I'm going to start by installing the new cold air intake box using the supplied hardware. Alright, looks about right position wise.
3 hours later.
Alright everybody, a little issue that I'm noticing. When I installed these metal cloaked fenders, I relocated my air box. Now the current positions I have it in do not work with this cold air intake, so I'm going to have to adjust them. Well, that took forever getting this back on. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this, because this isn't gonna attach here anymore. Haven't attached it to the throttle body yet, so I'm gonna get started on that. Now that that's done, I'm going to install the filter. Try not to bend the fins. This filter's pretty old, getting ready to use. I've been scared of putting on cold air intake because I don't want it to get hydrolocked and all that stuff. So the reason I went with this one, it's got a little box around it. It's water resistant. Comes with a rubber seal, so you get splash resistance around the box. I mean, obviously this part right here is not going to be any sort of water resistant, but it's right above the fender. So unless I get splashed really badly on the right side, I shouldn't have any issues. This comes with this nice polycarbonate cover with their S&B logo on the top. Comes with these screws. These rubber washers. Now I'm not going to torque this down all the way because I don't want to crack my polycarbonate. now for this final piece here. Goes in like this. So I went ahead and just removed the cross member here. I don't really think they serve any purpose besides to keep the grill in line with the body, but the fenders do that. So I don't. Took it off. Let's get everything cleaned up and crank it up, take it for a drive, and we'll see how it sounds. All right, everyone, it's time to see what it sounds like. Sounds pretty gnarly. Let's take it for a drive.
Much later.
How's it going, everyone? So it's the next day, obviously. So when I was all ready, all installed, went fine, and then I went to shut the hood on the Jeep, and the hood wouldn't close. So when I installed those metal cloaked front fenders, the inner fender wells were a lot higher than stock to get more clearance for the wheels and the tires to move back and forth, or up and down, I mean, more flex. So that also meant the air intake was sitting higher than the stock position. I ended up having to do a lot of fabrication off camera that I didn't get at all. I drilled more holes and placed it in a different location, and then took something hard and started beating on the underside of the hood. I'll add that in here somewhere. And then it doesn't look bad. You can't notice it unless you stare at it. So I ended up having to beat the hood out a little bit so that I can get it to close. It's fine, whatever. So for my review, the first thing I noticed immediately right off the bat was that takeoff, like, it was night and day difference. So I ended up doing a tune. I don't even remember. I'll put the link up here somewhere. But I did a tune on the Jeep, and this intake paired perfectly with that. I can get a whole lot faster speed on the highway, I'm noticing. Sounds pretty much the same, maybe a little throatier, you know, a little deeper tone. The exhaust is so loud on this, I can't hear any nice like blow noise or anything, or suck noise. Usually when you put a cold air intake in, you can hear it almost sounds like a turbo, but I can't hear anything over my exhaust. Temperature is about the same, which I wasn't expecting that to change much. Now, that I'm thinking about it, I can hear a little, almost sounds like a supercharger, but not outrageous or anything. You can just hear it whistling in the front. It's still too early to tell about gas mileage. I'll have to update you later on that. You should follow me on Facebook. Look up Jeeper Gary. I'll pop up. Or Facebook.com/Jeeper Gary, whatever it is. So Instagram too, @Jeeper Gary. I'll post updates there relatively soon. That's all I gotta say about it for right now. I got more videos coming soon. It's the end of July, so I'll do an end of July.
Today, Junior?
End of July Jeep update, so look out for that. Metal cloak, oil pan, skid plate. I'm installing that soon. So anyway, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, get back now.